Welcome to the second edition of the Rebels Roost. After one hell of a day, as you see, I have to rest a little bit. Went down to insociable insecurity yesterday in an attempt to get my freaking disability. This time, if I'm denied, I'm not going to be nice. I'm not going to be understanding. I guess I have to get a fucking lawyer. Now, when dealing with the government, especially when it comes to something like disability, I can understand where you would have to prove disability, might have to see the doctors, all this crap. But to have to get a lawyer to get disability when you're entitled to it, providing you are disabled. In my case, I need surgery on both shoulders, at least this elbow, possibly this one. I need a new knee put in, and possibly, quite probably, a new heart valve. Well, I have no insurance. Went to the, as they say, Obamacare website. But they won't do with it because, hey man, you should be able to get Medicaid through your state. Yeah, this is the state of Ohio. The morons. So I can't see any plans on the ACA website. Now, am I against healthcare reform? No, I'm not. Actually, I'm for it. I think it should have been single payer because health insurance is a racket. All these fucking health insurance companies should be brought up on the RICO Act. And if you don't like me saying that, fuck you. Remember, you're dealing with a liberal Democrat here. An armed liberal Democrat. And yes, there are liberal Democrats that carry weapons, that own weapons. Now that's another fucking bullshit. They say, well, all the gun nuts are conservative rednecks. Well, I don't consider myself a gun nut, even though I've fired practically every type of weapon ever made in the past 200 years. I consider myself a person who, being I was brought up around guns, being that I have been shot twice, and believe me, it wasn't fun either time, has a respect for them. I have no respect for an idiot with one. If you're going to say, what's this? And you got a gun, you shouldn't have one. If you're responsible, though, there should be no problem. So anyway, if you have to get a lawyer to deal with the government to get what is owed to you, then you should not, there's something wrong there. There's something wrong with having to get a lawyer to deal with your own government. And that comes from a guy who, when I was younger, went to college planning to be a lawyer. There is no sense in that. Government There's nothing wrong with government. But right now, it's been hijacked. You got regulations what shouldn't be, and or if you want to get your benefits, you need to jump through these 3 hoops, sell as your firstborn, and get a lawyer, and even then we're going to deny you. And no regulation what should be on the big fucking corporations and banks which are trying to take over. Fuck all hell the corporation. Fuck the corporation. I love my country. But I disagree with these assholes that are trying to take over and replace a constitutional government with the constitution of the corporation. If I was Obama, I'd put the corporate tax back up to at least 60%. Say, hey man, you want a lower tax rate than 60%? You bring the jobs back from overseas to here. You invest in this country. Don't go shipping jobs overseas and then importing shit to sell at higher prices. And as for pissing off stockholders, there's no more of a low life than a stockholder. Stockholders are low lives. They are just as much of a low life as a rapist or a pedophile. It wasn't always that way, but that's what they become. Always demanding profit, profit, profit. A good company puts the employees and the customers over profit. I would rather make, say, a 25% profit on my return than an 80% profit if it meant screwing my customers and screwing my workers. It is morally wrong to do that, and it should be illegal. Unfortunately, you cannot regulate morality, and every civilization that's tried failed. Just look at prohibition. Didn't do a damn thing. All it did is create more problems. You want to fix deficits? Cut the defense spending in that you cut out the redundancies. Cut out the waste. Put the corporate tax back up anywhere from 50 to 65%. Tax the fucking churches. That is not violation of church and state to tax the churches and tell them, hey, if you don't want to be taxed, then you've actually got to do your job and help the poor. Instead of building these mega churches and buying these private jets and these multi-million-dollar homes for these preachers. They don't need that. They're supposed to take that money that they supposedly raised in the name of God and help people, not themselves. Legalize weed for everybody nationwide and tax it just like you would cigarettes. You do that, you'll pay off the fucking national debt within 15 years. And end the fucking farm subsidies for these mega farms. Keep them for the family farms. But these big mega farms, fuck them. Same as the oil companies. You end those subsidies, and you will spur development of green technology. It would cost less to outfit every home in America with solar panels than it would in paying these companies these subsidies. And who was it, though, that moron, that Republican, said, oh, you can't use wind power. You'll use up all the wind. Another moron. Has no idea how physics work. If you don't know how things work, do us all a favor. Shut the fuck up. Quit showing your fucking ignorance. You know, a while back, Tom Laughlin died. Now, Laughlin had given his whole life to helping others, for advocating for the Native Americans and others. I noticed when he died, very few news organizations commented one bit. They commented on other actors or actresses died, but not him. Why? Because he was saying for years what I'm saying now. People don't want others to rock the boat. And that's sad. I've been rocking the boat all my life. I have nothing against keeping the fires of discontent burning, because that's what this country's based on. It's based on new ideas and discussion. We take the best of everybody and we make it work here. And we have not been doing that since 1981, when Reagan, asshole Ronnie, got elected. I thought in my lifetime I would never see a worse president than he was. Of course I was wrong. You had Bush 1 and Bush 2, especially W, who got us in this mess to begin with. Now, I know there's a lot of people that don't like me and do not agree with what I just said. And do you? Can you hear that, or do I gotta turn it up? Even for them, I will defend their right to say their own opinion. And the right to be wrong in that opinion, too. Because they are. Because let's face it, this country is founded by liberals. Jefferson was a liberal. Franklin was a liberal. So is Madison. So is Monroe. So is Paine, especially. Like Paine, with a pain in everybody's ass. But they were liberals. And anyone who doesn't believe that not only is delusional, but he's just plain stupid. A liberal is somebody who dreams of things that never were and asks why not. A conservative, if somebody dreams of things, wants them arrested, and thrown into the Black Hole Calcutta. For those of you that had no idea what that is, look it up. Everything is becoming sanitized. The news, the schools, they don't foster discussion hardly anymore. And that's our fault, because we've allowed it to happen. If we don't watch it, we'll become like Rome. And you know what happened to them? They ain't around no more. We have done something that no other country since Rome had done. We conquered the world. But we didn't do it with our armies. We did it with our culture. We exported our culture. And that made us a great country. We're not a great country anymore. We could be. But we're not. We have forgotten. We are allowing the conservatives to turn us against each other. You see boogeymen where there are none. As Pogo Possum said in 1974, we have met the enemy. We is him. And if you don't believe me, just keep on looking keep having your head buried in the sand. Keep looking the other way. Until finally they come for you. Now I said I'm a liberal. I'm a Democrat. Lifelong. I'll be one till the day I die. I will fight, if need be, for what is right. Why? It's the American way. I don't judge people. I don't see race. To me, there is only one race. It's called the human race, motherfucker. I don't see a black man, a white man, a red man, or a yellow man. I see men that happen to be those colors. Why? Because nature. Either you have not all that much, or you have more pigment in your skin. Doesn't make you a different race. It just makes you a different model. There's only one race, a human race. And until we really accept that, and accept that these assholes are looking out only for themselves, not for you, not for me, looking out for themselves and the bank accounts. Only when we acknowledge that will we take back this country from the special interests, from the conservative radicals. I have nothing against a conservative. Some of my best friends are conservatives, but they're not radical about it. We're not these fucking Tea Party morons. If it wasn't for the Tea Party jackasses, who knows where this country could be? I tell you right now, it wouldn't be down here, it would be up there. So think about it. Think about who really is to gain by saying no to reform, by saying no to the rich paying their own fair share. Because I guarantee you, rich are not job creators. You and me are. The more we spend, the more jobs are created. This is the Rebel. The Rebel's Roost. Until next time, keep reaching for the stars.